The 30 Years' War, 1618 through 1648, stands as one of the most destructive conflicts in European history and marks the pivotal turning point that gave birth to the modern international system. The war began in 1618 with the defenestration of Prague, when Protestant nobles threw two Catholic imperial officers out a castle window in response to Habsburg attempts to reassert Catholic dominance. Although the conflict began as a religious struggle within the Holy Roman Empire, it quickly transformed into a political and strategic contest involving major European powers. The empire structure, composed of hundreds of semi-independent German princes under a weak emperor, created a fragmented political environment where authority was unclear and easily contested. As the war expanded, states such as Spain, Sweden, Denmark, and France intervened not for religious but for balance of power objectives, especially to weaken Habsburg's influence. The war devastated Central Europe. Estimates suggest that 1/5 of the German population died due to famine, disease, and the predatory behavior of roaming mercenary armies. This scale of destruction underscored the need for a clear, more stable political order. The conflict formally ended with the Peace of Westphalia in 1648, consisting of the Treaty of Osnabrück and the Treaty of Münster. Together, these agreements established three core principles that continue to shape international relations: state sovereignty, the legal equality of states, and non-intervention in domestic affairs. These principles meant that each state had the exclusive right to determine its internal politics. All states possessed equal legal standing regardless of size or power, and foreign actors were prohibited from interfering in another state's internal matters. The significance of Westphalia extends into the major theoretical traditions of international relations. Realists view it as the origin of the sovereign, self-help state operating in an anarchic system with no higher authority. Liberals emphasize that equality among states created the conditions necessary for diplomacy, cooperation, and the development of international institutions. Constructivists see sovereignty not as a natural fact, but as a socially constructed norm that emerged from Westphalian agreements. Marxists interpret the settlement as facilitating the rise of the capitalist nation-state and the global economic structures built upon it. Feminists critique the Westphalian model for institutionalizing militarized patriarchal forms of political authority that excluded women and reinforced male-dominated power structures. For these reasons, international relations scholars consider 1648 the beginning of the modern state system. The Peace of Westphalia created the foundational rules and assumptions that continue to define international relations to this day.